Hey guys, I'm Jacob Johnson and you're watching What's New News. So, who am I and why are you listening? So, as I said, my name's Jacob and I really wanted to create a news source for people that just want some positive news. I feel that our news and our media has become very almost upsetting sometimes. Sometimes you turn on Fox or CNN or MSNBC, and there's no real positive stories on there. It's just talking about the economics and the political things that are going on. I want something for people that want some positivity in their life, that want to know the interesting things, that don't care too much about politics, and would rather hear about news that they can care about and that will make them feel better in the end. So this is my first first broadcast, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I hope that I get enough viewers that I can keep doing this. And I hope people enjoy it as well. Excuse me, I'm a little sick right now. So let's go ahead and dive into our first news story. So if you've been looking at Yahoo News or anything else, Mr. Clean is getting a new look. It's been 59 years since he's changed his look. And who better to take it than Mr. Mike Jackson? So, a contest launched in September called hashtag the next Mr. Clean. And Jackson received $20,000 a year and a supply of Mr. Clean magic erasers and an all expense paid trip to New York City, where he was featured in the 2017 limited edition Mr. Clean calendar. So it's pretty cool because he's the new Mr. Clean. And the biggest difference between him and the old Mr. Clean is that he's African American. So he hasn't made his first debut yet, but his first commercial debut will premiere online on January 27th. To quote him, he said he's actually kind of a neat freak, which is funny. And he said he's kind of OCD in his home. And over the holidays, he had his family over, and my mom would think, might move things, and I would have to move them back. I don't think too many guys care about that kind of stuff, but like I care about how dishes are washed. So I definitely think he's a good fit for Mr. Clean, and I hope he takes that job seriously because everyone needs a magic eraser in their life. So if you're a Doctor Who fan like me, or just an Alien fan, or even just a fan of The Elephant Man, sadly to tell you, John Hurt has passed away from pancreatic cancer. John Hurt was 77 years old. He played John Merrick in Elephant Man and Kane in Aliens. So he's a big part of the 1980s, 1970s movies. And his last cinematic role was in That Good Night, in which he played a terminally ill playwright, Ralph. John Hurt is one of my favorite Doctor Who's, the Hurt Doctor. I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. And British actor Alfred Maloya said Sir John was a glorious, talented actor, one of the best of this or any era. So, to the Hurt family and to Mr. Hurt himself, rest in peace. So, how long can you guys go holding your breath? I think that's the real question that everyone asks themselves sometimes. I remember playing in the pool and you dive to the bottom and you and your friend are doing a competition to see who can hold their breath the longest. Normally, my record was like 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm not that good. But believe it or not, Melissa Beignet actually held her breath. Not held her breath, right? Really, but she lived without lungs for 6 days. That's right, 6 days. She had cystic fibrosis, and she's a 33-year-old mother that came down with influenza. And this led to a bacteria in her lungs, and it spread throughout her body until she reportedly succumbed to a septic shock. This caused her organs to shut down, and she couldn't support her life. So she went to the hospital, and they put her on an artificial heart, artificial kidneys, and lung machines until she could receive a new pair of lungs. And that was 6 days that she was on there. That's incredible. That's huge. Like, wow, 6 days without a lung. I can't even go 2 minutes with holding my breath. Granted, she was on machines, but I still give that lady credit. In her words, she said, "They pulled me back from the dead. Foremost, I have my doctors to thank. I have to thank my donor and my donor's family. Without them, whatever procedure the physicians would have performed would have been useless. Of course, she's doing fine now, and she's reportedly gone back to playing with her children. So that's awesome. Uh, I say congratulations, Miss Bonnier, and I hope that there are more surgeries like this. And actually, this was the first of its own kind. No one's ever done that before, and I think this is just a great story in general. Now, if you live in New York, I have some good news coming to you. The Wi-Fi on the New York City subway stations there will be Wi-Fi on there starting New Year's Eve. And all of 279 New York City subway stations now have free Wi-Fi. So that means you can go to the subway and log on right there. So who do we have to thank for this? None other than Transit Wireless. And how many customers are they supporting? 2.6 billion customers. I've never personally been to New York, but that's awesome. Now you guys have Wi-Fi and can look at different things while you're going to work or going somewhere else. So if you like to connect to a network, you just simply enter the station and connect to Transit Wireless Wi-Fi, and you get 1 free hour, which after that it's up and then you can reconnect for another free hour. And those cellular service is currently a little bit limited because they haven't fully made the network, I'm guessing. Full coverage will reportedly be available near the end of 2017. So people in New York, that's another reason to use the subway. I don't know. Is it good or bad? I don't know. I've never been to New York. Maybe I'll get to go one day. We'll see. So, for people in India, they've actually banned all plastic. Yeah. All plastic. They actually banned it. So, yeah, India just banned all plastics from its capital. And this started the first day of the new year. And according to India Times, they're responsible for roughly 60% of the plastic that is annually dumped into the oceans every year. That's crazy. That's a lot. So congrats to India. And why are they doing it? They said it was mainly for the health of the people and the environment. So I give them a lot of credit. That's pretty awesome that they're doing this. And I hope a lot of other nations turn the same cheek and decide to do the same thing. Anyway, this is the end of the first broadcast, first video of What's New News. Obviously, I'm a little nervous. I started a little bit, but I hope you enjoyed it. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like it, share it with other people, and hopefully I get some subscribers, and I'll keep trying to do this every day. Just bringing positive news to YouTube. Anyway, thank you, and hope you guys have a great day, and don't